Good evening, everyone. Let's get started today in our seated position. If you have a block or a blanket, of course, or even a pillow, you're more than welcome to sit up on that. And we're going to come into our tall seat. Do a little side to side, find your sit bones. And then what I would like you to do is cross your legs the other way. Just because it feels different. And then when you get here, you're going to line your shoulders up over your hips. Think about sitting nice and tall. And then start to breathe in, lengthening your head upwards. And then on your exhale, try and keep that length. Breathe in, feel your spine get longer, getting taller. And then on your exhale, retain the length. If it's comfortable, go ahead and let your eyes close or softly focus on the ground in front of you. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Let your hands or your wrists rest on your knees. Take a deep inhale and a long, slow exhale. 4 more breaths as you bring yourself into your space, find your zone on your mat, and start to tune out as much as you possibly can. Reach your arms out to the side, bring them up to shoulder height, hold them here. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Breathe in, and on your exhale, bring your palms up overhead. Breathe in, exhale your hands halfway down. Breathe in, turn your palms up, bring them up overhead. Exhale halfway down. Bring your palms up. Inhale, connect your palms overhead. Exhale, turn your palms down. One more time, palms to the ceiling. Inhale, lift your arms up. And this time as you exhale, gently twist to the right, bringing your left hand to your right knee, your right arm behind you. Breathe in, get tall. Exhale, twist a little bit further to the right. If you can, turn your nose towards your right shoulder. And breathe here. Inhale, both arms up overhead. And then exhale, twist to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee, your left arm behind you. Breathe in to get tall. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Breathe in, and if you can, turn your head a little bit further so your shoulder is towards your left elbow. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Keeping hold of your right knee, reach your right arm out, up, and exhale over to the left. Pressing your right hip down into the mat, reaching your right arm up and over. And then bring both arms up overhead and twist to the left. Breathe in, reach your left arm out, up and over. Breathing deeply into the left side of your body. Reaching your arms up, reach for opposite elbows if you can. And then feel your arms as you pull them apart, pressing your elbows into your hands. See if you can find some space between the top of your head and your forearms. Release that. Twirl your wrists in the air, twirl them in the other direction, and then clasp your elbows the opposite way. Breathe in, see if you can press back, opening through your chest. And then release your hands. Bring them out in front of you and paddle your hands right, left, left, right. Spread your fingers as wide as you can, and now twirl your wrists one direction and twirl your wrists in the other direction. Go ahead and let your shoulders roll out, let your arms roll out. And we're going to make our way into our tabletop. Lining our hands up under our shoulders and our knees up under our hips. Press your shins into the mat, drop your belly, big inhale. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale forward. And exhale, round. Come back to your neutral. You're going to bring your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread it under. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, thread it under. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, thread it under. Come all the way down. Bringing your right ear to the mat. Rolling onto the outer edge of your right shoulder. Maybe tense your left fingers, opening up. There's a little bit of a twist happening in the top of your torso. As you breathe here, maybe you walk your left fingers out over your head, or you lift your left arm up to the sky, or you bring it all the way around into that half bind. Notice the pressure in your knees and your shins. See if you can even that up. One more breath here, and then start to slowly unwind. Come back to your tabletop position. Turn your fingers to the outer edges of your mat and rock side to side. Turn your fingers towards your knees and rock back and forth. And then return your fingers to the front of the mat. Bring your left arm up, opening. Exhale, thread the left arm under. Reach the left arm up. And exhale, thread the left arm under. One more time, reach the left arm up. And then exhale, thread the left arm under, letting your left hand relax. Letting your left ear come down to the mat, roll onto the outer edge of your left shoulder. And again, you can experiment, investigate, walk your right arm forward. Maybe lift your right arm up to the sky. Maybe bring your right arm behind your back. Breathe here. Feeling the twist through your torso. Pressing evenly as possible into both knees, both shins, tops of both feet. And then slowly unwind. Press yourself back into tabletop. We're going to rock back and forth just a little bit. And then walk your hands forward. Curl your toes under and start to peel your hips up. Walk out your down dog. Right, left, left, right. Reach your heels down behind you, lengthen your spine. Press into all your fingertips and your fingers and your knuckles. Float your right leg up behind you. Tap the ground. Float the right leg up. Tap the ground. One more time, float it up. And return to the right. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. And now float the left leg up behind you. Tap the leg. Lift it up. And tap. One more time, lift. And return the left side. Breathe here. Bring your right foot all the way up between your hands, lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. We're gonna rock back and forth. If you have blocks, you can put a block under each hand to give you a little bit more space. Feel your hips moving. And then stop, curl your left toes under and return yourself to your downward facing dog. Hold here in your down dog. Explore tapping opposite shins. So you're taking the opportunity to see if you can balance on one hand and two. And now both hands back to the front. Bring your left foot up between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Untuck your toes. And then rock back and forth. And plant your hands, tuck your back toes, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Lift your heels up and then exhale, lower them down. Lift your heels up and then lower them back down. One more time, lift up and lower them. Put your right leg up behind you, draw your right knee all the way in, slide your right foot up. Lower your left knee, untuck your toes, bring your arms up. Keeping them reaching up to the air or reach for opposite elbows. Engage your inner thighs as you start to rock forward and back. So it takes a lot of inner thigh and core strength to keep yourself in between your railroad tracks and not rocking side to side. You want to go forward and back. Couple more. And then reach your arms up, let them float all the way down, curl your left toes under, back to your downward facing dog. Hold here, lengthen your spine, get your head between your arms. Think about rotating your arm bones forward. And now float your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, slide it all the way forward. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, bring your arms up by your ears. You can leave them here extended to the ceiling or reach for opposite elbows. And again, rocking back and forth. Engaging your inner thighs, pressing down with your left foot, pressing down with your right shin. Seeing if you can get a deep forward bend through your hips. And then reach your arms up, let them float all the way down, curl your right toes under, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Lower your knees almost all the way down, hover here. And then come back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees almost all the way down. And then back to downward facing dog. One more time, lower your knees almost all the way down, hold here. And then bring them all the way down, untuck your toes, shift your hips back, coming into a child's pose. You can keep your head lifted and make it an active child's pose by reaching your arms forward and feeling the traction in your spine. Or you can put your forehead down on the mat and take an inhale and exhale. We're going to slide through on our stomachs, coming into a Sphinx pose. So sliding your forearms onto the mat. Feel an opening through your chest. So make sure you're not collapsing down. You want to be open. Maybe you need to open your arms a little bit wider because you need a little bit more space. Breathe here. Press your thighs into the mat, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Adjust to this back bend. If it's too much, start to lower yourself down, but keep yourself open through your chest. Bend your right leg and then lower it back down. Bend your left leg and lower it down. Right. Left. Right. And left. Beautiful. Press yourself back into that child's pose. Feel your hips start to stretch out. And then pull yourself up into your tabletop. Line your hands up under your shoulders. Reach your right foot back behind you. Lift your right foot up. And then bend your right leg and straighten it. Bend your right leg, straighten it. And then straighten one more time. And now lower your right foot down, return it, extend your left leg. Lift your left leg up, bend, straighten, bend, and straighten. Make sure your spine is long and straight and that you're staring straight down at the mat. Return your left leg down, both knees under your hips. Go ahead and shake it side to side. All right, now let's see if we can lift our right leg out behind us, lift it up. Pressing into your right hand, float your left arm up. Can you balance here? And now bend your foot so that your right foot goes up to the ceiling. Flex your right foot up towards the ceiling. Hold here. And then extend everything out. Draw your knee to your elbow underneath your body. Lengthen. Knee to elbow. And lengthen. One more time. Knee to elbow. And lengthen. Float everything down. Shake it out side to side. Put your left foot behind you, lift it up, float your right arm out. Find your balance. Breathe in, bend your left foot, flex your left foot up to the ceiling. See if you can balance here. And then extend your left leg, draw your knee to your elbow underneath your chest. Reach it out. Knee to elbow, reach it out. Knee to elbow, reach it out, and then let your hand come down, let your knee come down. Shake your hips out. One more variation. Reach your right leg back behind you, float your right leg up, reach your left arm out in front of you, bend your right leg, and experiment and see if you can reach around with your left arm and find your left toe, your right toe, sorry, your right toe, your right ankle. Press down into your right hand. There's a little bit of a twist going on in your torso. Press into your shin. Nice balancing. Release. And return it all. Take a moment, shake it out. And now let's try the other side. Float your left leg out and up. Reach your right arm out in front. Bend your left foot. Reach your right arm back and around. See if you can find it. This side might be very different from the other side. That is normal. Do what you can. Play, explore, and then release everything. Come back to tabletop and shake your hips out one more time. Walk your hands one handprint forward, curl your toes under, and peel yourself up into your downward facing dog. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Reach your heels down, lengthen your spine. Breathe in. Look forward at your hands and start to slowly walk your feet all the way up to meet your hands coming into your forward fold. Relax your head, let it hang heavy. Reach for your elbows. And then gently sway side to side. Release your hands down and start to roll up nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Stacking everything, letting your head come up last. Coming all the way up to stand, making any adjustments that you need to when you get here. Maybe roll your shoulders, maybe take a little bit of a wiggle. And let your arms come down by your side. Breathe up. Exhale forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale forward. And we're going to come all the way back up to stand, bringing your arms all the way up overhead. Reach your right fingers around your left wrist. Lift up, exhale, bend over to the right. Finding that nice side body stretch coming into your half moon. And then come back to center. Reach your left hand around your right wrist. And bend, we're going opposite. Yeah, there we go. I know it's confusing. And then come back to center. Inhale, gaze up at your fingers. Exhale, come all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we're going to come all the way back up to stand. Reach your arms up. Bend your arms, reach for your elbows. So try and relax your shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale, bend to the right. So this might feel deeper in your armpit, in your, like in the shoulder, under shoulder area. And then come back to center, reach your arms up, switch that elbow grip if you can, and then bend over to the left. Pressing your right hip out to the side. And then reach up to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flatten, lengthen your spine. And this time as we plant our hands, we're going to step our right foot back into our low lunge. Breathe in our low lunge. Reach your heel back. Lift your right thigh up away from your right knee, finding a stretch. And then plant your hands, slide your left leg back into plank. Lower your knees, untuck your toes. Lower your chest and chin. Inhale to your baby cobra. Exhale, press up through tabletop. Curl your toes into your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee. Bring it all the way forward as you slide your right foot up between your right hand. Press your left hand down. Twist up to the right. And then bring the right hand down. Step the left foot up to meet the right, coming into your forward fold. And then stand all the way up. Arms come up to touch overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, feel stretched through the backs of your legs. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your left foot into your low lunge. Reach your left heel back. You want to do a little dancing here? That feels good, absolutely. Plant your hands, slide your right foot back into your plank pose. Lower your knees, lower your chest, maybe only halfway down this time. Untuck your toes coming into your baby cobra or your upward facing dog. Maybe you come through tabletop or you go straight into your downward facing dog. So many variations here. Put your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, slide your left foot all the way up between your hands. Plant your right arm down and lift up, twist to the left. Breathe here. Float your left hand down, step your right foot up to meet your left. Breathe here in your forward fold. Softly bend your knees, let your head get heavy, and then press up as you bring your arms all the way out up overhead. Breathe in, exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. From your low lunge, maybe this time you bring your hands onto your thighs or reach them up to the sky. Breathe here. And then float your fingers down, step back to plank. Your choice here, maybe you're ready to lower halfway down. Untuck your toes, coming into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. 2 long slow breaths here. And now float the right leg up behind you, bend the right knee, slide it all the way up in between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Press the mat away from you, straightening your front leg, coming into a quick pyramid pose, and then bend the right knee. Step the left foot up to meet the right, coming back into that juicy forward fold, letting your head hang heavy. And press all the way up to stand. Breathe in before you exhale and fold right back down again. Lengthen your spine. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Breathe here. Maybe you bring your hands onto your thigh or you reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Pause here. And then float your hands down, step your right foot back to plank. Go through your version. Coming into your upward and then into your downward facing dog. Letting your heels get heavy. Letting your spine get long. Put your left leg up behind you. And then bring your left foot up between your hands, coming into your low lunge. Pressing the ground away from you, straighten your front leg, coming into a pyramid pose. And then bend your front knees, step your right foot up to meet your front. Let yourself hang heavy. And then stand all the way up. Let your hands come down by your side. Bring your feet so they're about hip distance apart. We're going to sit back into our chair pose. Breathing here. Shift the weight into your heels. Think about your spine getting nice and long. And then stand all the way back up. Take a breath. We're going to sit back into our chair pose again. This time we're going to draw our hands to heart center. And on our exhale, we're going to twist to the right. See if you can bring your left elbow to the outer edge of your right knee. So you want to press your legs away from each other so that you're pressing your right leg against your left elbow and you're finding some twist there. You're finding some tension and some twisting. And then we're going to come back to center, stand all the way up. Exhale, sit back into chair. Bring your hands to your heart center. And twist to the left. Bring your outer right elbow to the outside of your left leg. And notice if your knees skew, do you want to try and keep them in line? Breathe here. And then come back to center, stand all the way up, let your arms float down by your side. Go ahead and give your legs a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a walk side to side. All right, let's start building a flow with some standing postures. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Hold here in the plank. You can drop your knees down or you can keep them lifted.
We're gonna take one more breath here before you enter into your version of your vinyasa. So maybe it's halfway down, maybe it's knees, chest, chin. Going through your version of a back bend, and then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Nice long arms. Put your right leg up behind you, nice and long. Draw your right knee in towards your chest as you slide your right foot up. Turn your left heel down. Reach your arms out and up, coming into your warrior one. Breathe here. Bring your hands down behind your back, interlace your fingers so your left thumb is on top. Open your heart up to the ceiling. And then exhale, slowly come all the way forward. Right shoulder on your right knee, crown of your head reaches down to the floor. Lifting your hands up behind you towards the ceiling. Start to lift your chest back up, pulling your arms back behind you, release the grip, coming back into warrior one. Lift your left heel so you're now in a high lunge. Bring your hands to heart center, and then twist to the right, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Reach your left heel back for balance, press your right heel down. And then untwist, coming back into your high lunge. Open into warrior two. Breathe here, reach your arms away from you. Straighten your right leg, let your fingertips tap overhead. Exhale, bend back down. Inhale, straighten, let your fingertips tap overhead. Exhale, bend back down. One more time. And exhale. And then cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Three long breaths. Feel your spine lengthen. And now float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest as you slide your left foot up between your hands. Turn your right heel down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms out and up, coming into your warrior one. Breathe here. Bring your hands down behind, interlace your fingers, right thumb on top. Open your heart up to the ceiling. Make sure you're still pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. And then as you exhale, fold all the way forward. Left shoulder on left knee. Hands reaching up to the ceiling, crown of the head down to the floor. Notice if you can pull your right hip forward a little bit, left hip back, squaring them off. Couple more breaths here, then using your hands, pull your arms back behind you to leverage your chest and torso back up. Release your grip, come into your high lunge, lifting your right heel. Bring your hands to heart center, lengthen your spine, and then twist, bringing your right elbow to the outer edge of your left knee. Breathe here. Reach that right heel back. Ground the left heel into the ground. And then twist, reaching up, opening into your warrior two. Reach those arms at shoulder height. Think about lengthening your tailbone. Take that slight curve out of your back. Straighten your front leg, bring your hands to touch overhead, and then melt back down. Straighten and lift, and melt back down. Straighten and lift, and melt back down. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, baby cobra, nice. Upward facing dog, beautiful, Marnie. And breathe here. Feel your spine get long. One more breath. Put your right leg up behind you, draw your right knee into your chest, and slide your right foot up between your knees. Turn your left foot out, reach your arms coming all the way up into your warrior. Let your hands float behind you, interlace your fingers, left thumb on top, open your heart to the ceiling as you exhale forward, coming all the way down. Crown of the head to the floor, right shoulder to the right knee. Square your hips. Pull your fingers back behind you to lift your torso back up. Release your fingers, come into your high lunge. And then draw your hands to your heart center, twist to the right, bringing your left elbow to the outer edge of your right leg. You can stay here with your hands together, or if you want to explore flying your arms open, you can do that. One more breath here. And then bring yourself back into your high lunge. Open into your warrior two. Straighten the right leg. And then exhale back into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Take a breath here. And then come all the way through to side angle, reaching your left arm up. Finding that beautiful diagonal line, nice correction. One more breath here. Come back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands all the way down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. Taking it slow. One breath, one movement. And we'll all meet in our downward facing dog. Breathing here. Put your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee all the way in, slide it up between your hands. Turn your right foot down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your arms up, coming into your warrior one. Hands reach back behind you, interlace your fingers, right thumb on top, open your heart up. And then exhale, reach yourself forward, lengthening as you come down. Crown of the head to the floor. Arms up to the ceiling. And then pull your hands back to lift your torso up. Release your fingers, turn your heel up, come into your high lunge. Draw your hands to heart center, twist to the left, bringing your right elbow to the outer edge of your left knee. Stay here, or if you want to explore opening your arms up, if you have a block, you can put it on the outer edge of your left foot. And then come back to your high lunge. Open into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg, fingers touch overhead. Bend back into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Breathe here. Come all the way through to side angle, left forearm on left thigh, reach the right arm up and in. And come back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. You're welcome to also skip it. We're pretty warmed up. That's the point of that little section there. And back to downward facing dog. Your reset position. Maybe a rest, reset. Check that your arms are shoulder distance apart and that your feet are hip distance apart. And now float your right leg up behind you. Same beginning, step your right foot up between your hands. Turn your left foot down, come on up to your warrior one. Bring your arms behind you, open your heart up to the sky, and then exhale, lengthen your torso as you come forward. Placing your right shoulder on your right knee. Bringing your crown of your head down to the ground, bringing your chin towards your chest. Extending your arms up further than they've gone before. And now pull your fingers back behind you, lifting yourself all the way back up into your warrior one, releasing that grasp. Turn your left heel coming into your high lunge. Draw your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. So we've been here with our hands at heart center. We've opened our arms up. Now you can explore taking a half bind or a full bind. Breathe here. If you fall out, just get back in. And then untwist from wherever you are. Coming back, wobbling into our high lunge, opening into our warrior two. Wobbling is good. Straighten the right leg, tap the fingers overhead, and then exhale back down. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten the right leg, coming into peaceful triangle. Squeezing everything through the center line. I want you to reach big and wide towards the front of your mat, bringing your right hand down as far as you can. Coming onto a block or your shin or the floor behind your foot. Left arm up to the sky. Breathe here. Now bring your left arm by your left ear, reaching towards the front of your mat. And then see if you can start to turn your torso, bringing your hands down, and we're going to walk into our forward fold, walking to the left, turning our toes, so both toes face the long end of your mat, staying bent over nice and long. Head hangs heavy, knees are slightly bent. And now we're going to walk towards our back foot, turning our left foot towards the back of our mat, placing our left hand on the outside of our left foot, and we're going to twist up into triangle the other way. So left hand down, other way. Left hand down, right arm up, face the windows. Open up, facing the window. There you go. And then engage your inner thighs, and can you come all the way up to stand? Turn both toes, tap your fingers overhead. Breathe in, and we're going to exit out to warrior two to the front of the mat. A little dizzy, little bit of a turn around there. And then cartwheel your hands all the way down. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa of your choice. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Put your left leg up behind you. Draw the left knee all the way and slide the left foot. Turn your right heel down, reach your arms up, coming into your warrior one. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers right on top, open your heart up to the sky. And then exhale all the way forward. Left shoulder, left knee, crown of the head to the floor, chin to chest. Lift your hands up and away from you. Pull your fingertips back to lift your torso up. Release the grip, turn your right toes heel up, coming into your high lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Right elbow on the outside of the left leg, stay here. Open your arms or explore a bind or a half bind. See if you can keep your balance and look up over your left shoulder. Gets a little wobbly, engage your inner thighs. And then slowly come all the way out of it. Back into your high lunge. Open into your warrior two. Straighten your left leg, tap your fingers overhead. Come back into your warrior two. Left hand up, peaceful warrior. Back of the room. Straighten your left leg, coming into peaceful triangle. Engage your inner thighs, engage your glutes, reach your arms out long, away from the center of your body, reach towards the front of the room, bringing your left hand down, right arm up. Nice. Feel a big stretch through the right side of your body. And now reach your right arm by your right ear towards me. And now start to look down at the floor, bringing your right hand down to the floor as you walk yourself over towards the door. Both hands on the ground, head hangs heavy. Gently bend your knees. Maybe you want to bend your right knee and then your left knee, letting your hips sway a little bit side to side. And then with both legs straight, you're going to walk towards your back foot. Turn your right toes towards the back of your mat. So you're facing the back of the room. Plant your right hand on the outside of your right foot and then open your heart up to the door. Nice. There you go. Landmarks help. Reach that arm up to the ceiling. Now with your inner thighs engaged, we're going to stand up, arms in T. Bring your fingers to meet overhead as you turn your toes. And now turn your left toes to the front and we'll exit into a warrior two. Cartwheel our hands down. Step back to plank. This is our last vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. And we'll meet in downward dog. Pause here. Realign, reset. We're going to set up for pigeon. If you don't like pigeon, you can take a figure four. But put your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Get that counter stretch here. And then draw the right knee towards the right wrist. Letting the leg come across the mat. Slide your left leg back behind you. Straighten that left leg out. And then start to slowly bend towards the floor. You can place a block or a pillow, anything that you might need. You can use your hands to make a hot potato. And let your head come all the way down. Start to feel your hips relax. Let go. Enjoy the space of your mat. Slow your breath down. See if you can extend your left leg back behind you just a tiny little bit more. Now start to slowly sit back up. Rolling onto the outer edge of your right thigh, letting your left leg come out long. Bring your right foot into the inside of your left leg. Bring your fingertips behind you. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Let your shoulders relax. Take your left hand, place it on the outer edge of your right thigh. And then reach your right arm up by your right ear. Nice and tall. And then when you're ready, bend over to the left.
Feel your body move gently as you inhale and exhale, sort of like you're riding a little wave. And then come back up and bring your right arm behind you, coming into a gentle twist. And then for our counter twist, we're going to turn all the way towards our extended leg, reach our arms out, and let your chin come to your chest, your nose come towards your knee. Roll yourself back up. Place your hands down on your mat. Come back into your tabletop position. Curl your toes under. Come into your downward facing dog. Reset. Put your left leg up. Bend your left knee. Open your hip. And bring your left knee towards your left wrist, your right ankle towards your right wrist. Crawl the right leg back behind you. Check and make sure that it's straight and it's comfortable. And then start to slowly lower your forearms down. Coming all the way down, forehead on the mat. Feeling your torso get long, let your shoulders relax. Let your forehead relax, let that space between your eyebrows relax. Start to roll yourself up, rolling onto the outer edge of your left shin, right leg extended. Bring your left foot into your right thigh. Bring your hands behind your back, press them into the floor, sit up nice and tall. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left leg, reach your right arm up. And then when you're ready, bend over to the right. Reach back up to the ceiling, bring your left hand behind you, coming into a twist, looking over your left shoulder. Keeping both siblings on the mat. And then for your counter stretch, you're going to reach your hands out towards your toes, towards your ankles, bringing your chin to your chest, your nose towards your knee. And slowly roll everything up. Coming back up to seated, slide your feet onto the mat in front of you. Reach your arms out in front and slowly roll down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One. Letting your knees reach up towards the ceiling, your feet on the mat, let your hips swivel, windshield wipering side to side. Let both knees stay down to the right. Reach your arms into a T position and look over your left shoulder. And now bring your knees to the center, drop them to the left, and look over your right shoulder. Bring your knees back to center, draw them into your armpits, come into a happy baby or a wide knee hug. Breathe in here. If there's anything else that you need that your body wants you to move into, go ahead and take this time to do that. Otherwise, start to extend one leg away from you, and then the other leg away from you. And we'll make our way into our Shavasana. Letting your arms relax down by your side, letting your legs relax away from you. Let your feet fall open and let your fingertips and your hands relax. Bring your energy and attention to your toes and your feet. Curl your toes in, tighten the muscles on your feet, squeeze them in, and then let them go. Shake them out. Let them relax. Bring your energy and attention to your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs. Tense every muscle in your leg up, squeezing them in, wrapping your muscles around those bones, and then let them go. Shake them out. Let them relax. Bring your energy and attention to your hips and your waist, your glutes. Squeeze your butt, engage your lower abdomen, suck everything in around your belly button, and then let it go. Shake it out. Relax. Take your thumb and place it in your palm. Wrap your fingers around it. Squeeze, making your hands into tiny little balls. And then let them go. Shake them out. And let them relax. Tighten your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your biceps, your triceps. Squeeze every muscle in. Tighten it up. Tense it. Tighten it. Tense it. And then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your attention and focus to your chest and your shoulder blades. Squeeze and tense your chest. Think about pulling your shoulders into the center, condensing your rib cage, tightening it up, and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your attention to your neck and your shoulders. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze them and tighten it up. Tense your neck. Squeeze and constrict your throat. And then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your attention and focus to your face, to your head, to your ears. Squeeze the muscles of your face in. Close your eyes really tight. Scrunch your cheeks up, purse your lips, draw everything in, squeezing it, making it tighter, and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. From the toes on your feet to the top of your head, tighten, engage, and squeeze every muscle in. Act like you're drawing everything into the center of your body, squeezing it in, rolling it in, and then let it go. Shake it out and let it relax. Let your eyes close, let your body move into your stillness. Start to deepen your breath. Gently wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Let your head rock gently side to side. When you're ready, reach your arms overhead. Take a big stretch, fingertips to toes. Go on to one side, however it's comfortable for you. Pausing here. Readjusting. And slowly start to press yourself up into your seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Reach your arms up overhead, let your palms meet, draw your hands down through center. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel your heartbeat, feel the breath, feel the life force move through your body. Acknowledge the time that you gave yourself today, moving through this practice. And I thank you and appreciate you all for letting me lead you through this practice. Namaste.